FoxxyBoxes.
What's up, guys? FoxxyBoxes here, coming at you with a FoxxyBoxes here, coming at you with a requested video from the Tele-DAD video, and that is a Tele-DAD deck profile. Basically, what did I use to smack some people down? This is a sexy Darth Talon. Let's get to this deck profile. This is version 2. Because one of my viewers suggested adding something to the deck, which I totally didn't think of, and I applaud him. It's been working out pretty good so far. I totally don't remember his username, so I'll put a link to the description down below to him and stuff and things. Damn it, Lori. Anyway. Alright, let's go to the monster count. We got the Dark Creator. Now, this guy's used for the late game. It doesn't do too much until the late game, but when he does, you know, he's got that special summon. He's got that special summon ability, which allows you to go for some big plays later on. Of course, you can't have a Tele-DAD deck without Dad. Dark Arm Dragon. Still very versatile, even in today's formats. Incredible thing. But of course, we have the Mally engine with 3 Destiny Hero Mallies. And we got the Dark Greffer. This guy's really handy for when you have Mally in your hand, no D-Draw, and no Plague Spreaders. You basically special summon Greffer by sending... I hate you, 8! You send Mally to the graveyard. It's a special Greffer, and then you activate Greffer to ditch another sap to send something else. Incredibly handy. Diamond Dude. Surprising little thing, saved my ass several times. He was basically in here to be a Destiny Draw target, but he actually turned out to be very useful. Even in the video prior to the Tele-DAD vs. Shadal's video, he top stacks Soul Charge for me and allows me to come back, kind of. It's just a very handy card because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets that Diamond Dude can actually send to the graveyard and activate. So he's a really versatile card. Armageddon Knight, my personal favorite out of the Greffer Armageddon Knight pair. Armageddon Knight's plain and simple. We summon him. Whenever he's summoned, send a Dark to the graveyard. He's a Foolish Burial on legs for Dark monsters, and it's really helpful for the deck. Going into the Shadow Mist, this card is so handy. If you have an E-Tele in hand, and you summon this guy off of Summoner Monk, you can search out a Diamond Dude or a Mally if you have Destiny Draw. And this is the combo that one of my viewers actually showed to me, or suggested, and I thought, damn, that's actually really helpful. Unfortunately, this isn't a TCG deck just yet, but in January these will be coming out. I'm not sure when Beelzus, I'm just going to call him Beels Jesus. I don't know when Beels Jesus comes out. Probably sometime in August, maybe, but Shadow Mist is coming out in January, so the main deck will be TCG playable then. 2 Summoner Monk. Incredible card. You have all these spells. A lot of times, Upstart Goblin's dead in your hand, or Rhoda's, I guess, never really dead in your hand. But if you have this and you have this, summon this, ditch this, summon this, with this, ditch this, go into Beels Jesus. If you can't tell, I really like Beels Jesus. He's a cool card. Going into the Psychic part of the deck, we got the Krebons, classic Tele-DAD card. Duh. Damn it, Facebook! We got the Plague Spreader Zombies, one of the best tuners in the game. But now the Glow-Up Bulb's back, he's kind of a little bit obsolete, but Plague Spreader's still amazing, and this is how the deck runs. You go Plague Malicious. It's Malicious Plague Turbo, so that's what Tele-DAD pretty much is now. 1 Raigeki. It's just a handy card. Wiping your opponent's field, incredibly handy. If your opponent doesn't have a field that floats, you're golden. I can't believe I didn't top deck Raigeki in that video either. That'd be really friggin' helpful. Going into the more spells, we got the Rhoda. 2 Rhoda for 4 targets. Actually, no, I guess it's 6 targets now. I think that's fair, though. I don't want to clog it with 3. Because it is kind of cloggy at 3, even though you can search stuff, but what are you going to do with it? 3 Destiny draws. Get your draw power going, because this is really your only good draw power. It puts your Malleys in grave, so you can summon a Plague Spreader and go ham. Soul Charge is Soul Charge. Obvious reasons why it's in here. Big push plays. Upstart Goblins, handy in the deck. Not necessarily needed, but handy. I like it. Adds a little bit more speed, a little bit more consistency. Got that Foolish Burial. We're foolishly burying people, bitch! Basically, you send Malleys, you send Plagues, you send Shadow Mist, you get pluses. Well, not pluses, but you get setup. This guy's actually incredibly helpful for when you run out of Plagues and your E-Tellies are nowhere to be found. This guy puts Plague Spreaders back in the deck. Also, if you have banished Beals, which is going to happen a lot, you want to put these back in the you want to put these back in the grave for a possible Soul Charge play. That's really your only play, but yeah. Emergency Teleport. Obvious reasons. Summons Krebons. Krebons with a Malley is any of these guys. Malley with a level 8. Windows 8! As I was saying, Krebons with any of these 8s equals this guy. Moving on to the traps, we got that bottomless trap hole. Bottomlessly trapping people. Butchered that shit. Obvious reasons, staple. Compulse, very handy. Gets problematic stuff off the board in the event of a mirror match. Compulse poops on Beals, and then Beals just comes back and... The fuck, man? Why'd you shoot me out of a rocket? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Finishing up the main deck, we got that triple Fiendish Chain. I just like Fiendish Chain. I'll be completely honest. It's been a favorite card of mine. There's that Fiendish Chain versus Breakthrough Skill argument. I don't care. I like Fiendish better. That's just my thing. You can replace these with any 3 traps. I just like having Fiendishes in my deck. Love this card. Going to the extra deck, we got that 1 Arc. You don't know how many times this has actually saved me. I actually needed 2 of these in my deck after the first duel. Wasn't going too good. This guy's just handy. He just steals stuff. He steals your girl. Also replaceable with Castile, I guess, but I guess I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I just like kind of like 101. Stealing someone's big boss monster is always fun. More fun than shooting it back to the extra deck for them to use it again. Only rank 6, level 6. Shoot me. Go, Yo Guardian. Love that he's back at 1. He could have came back. He's done nothing. He could go back to 2. I wouldn't give a shit. I mean, he's makeable in Shaddolls. He's been made against me in the video. I wasn't too scared. He doesn't do as much as he used to do back in the days when the big monsters were Thought Ruler and Scrap Dragon and Stardust, the real Stardust. But going into our 8s anyway. Stardust Spark Dragon. Handy. You never know when you're going to need this guy. And I find myself, if I don't put it in my extra deck, I'll need him, and then I don't have him. In every single deck that I have that runs 8s, there's always a Spark Dragon. Just because. You never know when you're going to need him. He's kind of like the condom of Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks that run level 8 toolboxes. You never know when you're going to need him. Going into this is an interesting card. Dark End Dragon. This card is just handy, because it doesn't destroy, it sends. Sure, it targets. That's a problem, I guess. Maybe. But it sends. It doesn't destroy. And that's so good this format. In the last couple formats, actually. Thought Ruler, because I have a biased love for Thought Ruler. I love Thought Ruler. So cool looking. It's got a good effect. I love him. You can replace him with anything you want, though. Scrap Dragon, you do need in this deck. You could argue taking out the Scrap or the Dark End for another Scrap. Scrap is a very nasty combo with Beals. Beals can't be destroyed. You use Scrap, target Beals, target their card. You don't get destroyed, they get destroyed. Very simple combo, very deadly. This card is good. Crimson Blader for stopping all those annoying level 5 special summons. I mean, we all know how good it was during Dragon Ruler format. It's still kind of relevant now. It can stun your opponent for a turn, but with a lot of I'm sorry, I can't talk today. With a lot of the decks like Burning Abyss and Stellar Knights, they don't care about Crimson Blader. That's why he's a one-of. But he can kind of poop on Shaddolls. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hot Red Dragon. Biased again. I've loved this card. He's not good anymore during this format because he does destroy everything. But hey, I mean, if you're playing him in another deck that floats, you know. Void Ogre Dragon. This is an MVP of the decks, of the extra deck. Definitely. It's originally an Infernity monster, but it's so good in here, I had to throw it in here. This guy allows you to negate any spell or trap once per turn during when your opponent activates a spell. That's so good. I was trying to bring this guy out during the Shaddol match to stop his fusions because I was scared of his Shaddol fusions. I was just waiting for him. I was trying to get it out. I just couldn't. I couldn't find a situation where I was safe enough to play it. You usually play this in combination with Beals because, I'll be completely honest, you burn through your hand like nothing. If you watch the first Tele-DAD video, you watch this... I can't talk right now, I'm sorry. You watch this video, Void Ogre Dragon is good with Beals. End of story. And of course, you need Beals. If you're playing Tele-DAD and you're not playing Beals, what's wrong with you? This card is amazing. Can't be destroyed by battle. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Weird little plus against burn. When you take damage from an attack involving this card, you get that attack. You get it as attack. And it's permanent, so that's cool. Except when your opponent magic cylinders you. Don't get me started on that. Hate that. Going next into the Leo. Leo is an MVP of this game, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Leo just kind of sat there and took the damage. He just looked over the field and said, "Nah, I'm not letting that happen. The world will know pro-pain." Just went Hank Hill there for a second. But you got that Leo. He's good. Can't be targeted except during your main phase too. It's very, 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 very good. Lastly, not least, we have Beals Jesus. I don't know why I'm so in love with this card. I am in love with this card. Maybe because I feel like Beals, because I've never actually read the manga. I should. I really want to. But Beals seems like a dark signer to me. Like a dark... kind of like a signer dragon that went evil. And then Beals Jesus is kind of like the Stardust, the shooting star dragon of, you know, this evil kind of idea in my head. But I love this card. It's actually balanced, I'll admit. It's pretty devastating, though, but you can get around it pretty easy, just like you would get around a normal Beals. But for those of you who don't know, same like Beals, you can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. You can target one monster your opponent controls. Any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponents is halved. So basically, if you attack, it's halved. Also, that monster's attack becomes 0, and if it does, you gain life points equal to that monster's original attack. This is so helpful. You could just sit here and just suck up all their attack strength, convert it into life points. He can take Beals and then turn him into 0, and then swing into Beals, deal you 2,000, I got 3,000 life points. You can't be destroyed, you get your attack back. Okay. I have no side for this, because I usually do singles. I can work on a side later. But yeah, this is FoxxyBoxes. This is, well, I mean, I haven't figured out if I'm Foxy yet. Foxy's kind of like her own thing. But yeah! First deck profile. This is probably going to be a really long video because I've been monologuing for God knows how long. I don't even know if my screen's recording. Probably isn't. If it is, great. Saves me the trouble of talking to myself for another 10 minutes. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video and the deck profile, be sure to like the channel and the video. And, give a comment if you want. Give me some feedback because it's all about you guys. I don't want this channel to be hated toward its viewers. And if you'd be really gracious, subscribe. Become one of Foxy's boxes. She'll love you. She'll put you on her head. Become one of Foxy's boxes today. Now I'm going to stop sounding creepy and say, this is FoxxyBoxes, signing off.